We started as a project called an Intercultural Performance Project, and it was trying to work out how in a multicultural, multiracial London, theatre could take on board the different cultural forms of expression, different theatres, different dance, different rhythm, and make a hybrid form which would resonate not just with one racial group, but with all racial groups. There was a time when we'd been working on the theme of violence and what made people violent. And someone from Camden Race Equalities Unit saw this and said, this kind of work could be used here in Camden, where we've got enormous problems between racial groups. And everything they had tried had failed. They tried investing in football teams. They'd invested in youth clubs, but the youth clubs became monocultural for the different groups. So finally they said, well, let's try the arts. The arts work. We moved into some of these troubled estates to find ways of expressing what was their angst, what was their fear for the future, and what might be their aspirations for the future. And then turning those conversations into small plays, small songs, small pieces of dance theatre, even pieces of graffiti. Then showing them to each other. Of course, when they came together, the different groups suddenly said, but they are talking about my problems. What they're expressing is my life, my aspiration, my problem. And out of that we were able to take people from the different gangs, the different groups, to start working together and make a film about what life was like, why they might be drawn into car theft, drug dealing, violence, and what they'd really like to be doing. And then we could start tracking that journey from the worst case scenario to the best case scenario. And that formed a template for work which is still going on today.
It's been really successful. The young people we work with are really high risk, who won't talk to anyone, and we're able to make them realise how to change.
They think acting is cool because they're seeing themselves on stage. And once you see yourself on stage in a different light, and a lot of these people, and a lot of the guys that are in the Weapon of Choice are very articulate, are very intelligent. And so when they see themselves in that light, it encourages them.
During one of the rehearsals, one of the actors got a phone call that one of his close friends got stabbed, and he was like in tears, and he wanted to go to hospital, but he came back and finished rehearsal.
The important thing that we found when we was doing these performances with young people, or even going into these youth clubs to kind of get them involved, was that they were seeing people of their age and people coming from where they've come from and telling the stories that they know. And you find a lot of that in schools. There aren't that kind of that peer mentorship. It isn't universal. And so with us coming in, I guess they could identify with that.